All right. Check, check, check. What's going on, man? It's yours truly, Mufasa Fat, y'all, man. Appreciate everybody for listening to the Alphacology show. This episode, man, I just wanted to drop some gems on y'all. I tried to do it because it hit me, and I hate to say this. I go by my podcast off of feelings. I don't like to schedule my podcast anymore. I don't like to schedule my podcast. I need to be in a certain mood because sometimes it just hits better. I already scheduled my live podcast on Tuesdays, fellas, and that take a lot of energy out of me. So when I'm inspired to do a podcast, you're gonna get the drop. Sometimes I'm inspired to do a podcast and I do 4, 5, 6 of them, and I just space them out and drop them back to back. So it just depends if I'm doing a series or whatnot. But I had to put this in there, man. This episode. I'm just gonna tell you, it's an important alpha rule, man, alpha principle, man. And this gem is something that we probably done heard before, man. Y'all done heard this before, bro. It's not about how you start; it's about how you finish. All right, and we as men gotta understand. Yeah, we start off slow, but if we finish strong, that's some good shit. You understand what I'm saying? Even if, let's say, I'm an athlete, play sports, or even boxing. Let's say boxing. I start off first 3 rounds, killing it. I'm piecing buddy up and hitting him hard, and then I get tired the last 3 rounds. Say it's a 6-round fight, and then he end up whooping my ass. All right? It's not about how you start, it's how you finish, fellas. You understand what I'm saying? And I always feel like you guys need to know this. It's like almost preaching to a choir, but hey, one thing I learned even when I was in college, he said, hey, my coach used to say, hey, I don't care what you guys doing, but you better run full speed through this finish line. You can start off the line walking, but by the time you get to that finish line, you better be running full speed. And that's how you got to attack your life. A lot of cats don't attack their life like that. They see their lives like, man, I ain't get a fair shake, and they make excuses for themselves. Do not make no fucking excuses for yourself, man. Don't do that. That's not of the Most High. That's not God energy, man. That's not King energy. That's not Alpha energy. We don't make excuses for ourselves. All right? We adjust to our environment and we thrive. Warriors adjust to their environment. You know what I'm saying? And okay, if plan A ain't work, all right, I'll come back, live to fight another day. I'll come back better and stronger. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to do as men. We got to come back bigger, faster, stronger. And we got to come back with people ready to vouch for us and fight for us and do certain things for us, with our people. Sometimes you don't got people. Sometimes you got to come back stronger and more strategic. You understand? If you don't have that support system, it's no fucking excuse whether you got people supporting you or not. Use your alpha energy to gain support. I had people supporting me. I ain't having people support me at first, but I kept going and I kept putting my energy into it. And look where we at now, man. Helping brothers save their lives. And I'm going to keep going. And guess what? Hey, I started off strong and I'm going to finish strong. You know what I'm saying? While I'm building my legacy and things of that nature, man. I also want you to understand when you finish strong, you go out like a warrior, whether you lose that battle or not, with whatever goals you have, or you can't achieve the goals, man, you come back later and come back ready. It's like you keep chopping down that tree. Like I started off doing the speed bag right at the gym, and I couldn't do that speed bag for nothing, but I just kept at it, to the point where I started killing it. So I finished off strong. I could walk out of the gym now and don't have to think about the speed bag. But I ain't fall back off it. I just kept going, just like I do with that Alphacology. I ain't fall back off it. I just keep going and going and going. So that's what you guys have to understand. All right, while you planning your life, you gotta always plan to get stronger. I never in my life, when I stepped in that gym, building my body up to get stronger, I never planned to get weaker. Always stronger. If I'm repping out at 225, which I do, hey, in the year two, I'm planning on repping out at 235. I ain't getting no stronger. I'm going out strong as I can, going out the best way I can. Now, is it all about being lifting all this heavy weight sometimes? No, sometimes the strength just comes with the consistency. So everybody has a way of doing things. Sometimes my battle is not even in the gym. It's probably at the dinner table. There's certain days I gotta finish strong. My finishing strong is me eating less or me eating healthier choices of food. That's me finishing strong. So everybody have their own way of doing things. You understand? But you got to make sure it's going to be beneficial for your life. Mentally, beneficial for your life. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, especially in those finances. I think the hardest battle in my life is me personally. I like to say spending money like I'm a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Or having financial discipline. But I'm almost there. I ain't thrown in the towel yet. I'm almost there. I made a couple mistakes, but ain't nothing to it before a boss. I made a couple bad financial investments, but somebody had to do it. I got to learn the hard way. It's not like we out here with all the guidance in the world. We trying to make money and get it how we live. And I'm going to do an episode on the money thing. We got to understand what money is. In order to make money, you got to understand what it is. All right? And you got to make money to help build my legacy. I'm not making money to look good in front of no chicks. Y'all already know me. I never had a problem attracting women. And a lot of cats, there's two main ways you can attract these females out here. And I'm going to drop this gem. You can do it from your pocket, right? Or you can hit that goddamn gym and do it from the looks. That's it. That's two ways. You get some swag about you and you get some confidence about you. The confidence either gonna come from your pocket or from your energy that you generate from your body. I really want y'all to have both. Because when you both, now you know nobody can touch you, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I look at these chicks, man, most of these chicks can't touch me. They all beneath me. All of them beneath me. Not because I'm a bad person, I think lowly of women. I just know all of them beneath me. They ain't put in the work that I put in. I ain't met a woman yet that put in work like an alpha male put in work. Ever. Ever. Even the richest ones. They ain't put that work in like you. They ain't hit that gym like you. They ain't saving that money like you. 9 times out of 10, if the woman look halfway decent, they ain't gotta put in money or save. They can use other people. They can use other men to finance their lives. As an alpha male, nobody finances shit for us. We gotta do this shit on our own. Like you see my damn podcast, website, t-shirts, all of that. That came from my pocket. That came from my hard work. And when I get blessed from my supporters, shout out to Damien, dropping that $85 cash out. Guess what? It goes straight back into the podcast. It goes straight back into alphacology. All of that. It's going straight into that book. I tell them boys all the time, man, like, even the woman I deal with gotta understand, hey, the best thing you can do for me, shorty, is support my dreams, support my goals, and I'll let you know how. If you want more of me, you know what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And I leave it at that. I don't care if they like it, they can take it or leave it. That's how you gotta be with these females out here, man. My way or the highway. Always find a way to get what you want. Never give up. And that's what I'm trying to do myself every day. I'm finding a way to get what I want. This world coming to some crazy conclusions, something we already knew as men. Look at our environment. They're trying to force you to take a vaccine. They're trying to force you to do this. They're trying to force you to be a goddamn beta male every way they can. Every time you turn on the TV, you see some beta male shit going on, some SIP shit going on. Every time. Every time you turn on the TV, you hear somebody saying, happy wife, happy life. No, happy me. I want to be free. That's what it is. And I'm going to be free. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to keep unplugged out this matrix, man. We talk about the red pill, blue pill, black pill, white pill, purple pill, green pill. I don't give a damn what pill it is. Alpha is alpha does. If you want a family and kids, you get you that. And let nobody stop you. If you want to pick up your bag and travel the world, make some money, you go get that. You go get it. You figure out a way to go get it. If you want to drop this alpha energy and drop these alpha gems on the brothers around the world, you can jump on the podcast. Go get that. Or if you want to travel, whatever way you want to do it, go get that. Some of these cats, they just live their life the way they want to live their life. I live my life the way I want to live my life till I see fit to live a different life. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand this. You got to understand it. Live your life the way you want to live it. And if you're not living it the way you want to live it, start planning on it. Start making it. Fight like hell for it. Every day you should be getting ready for war. Every day you should be ready for war. Any man tell you different is a pussy. The day I stopped getting ready for war, that's when the day war came to me. And I wasn't ready. Now, blessed I am, you know what I'm saying? I'll never forget that day. And guess what? I got caught slipping about 2-3 times like that. So you gotta always be ready for war. When you have peace in your life, prepare for war. When you have war in your life, prepare for peace. It's never going to be constant. The rain will go away. The storm will be over. But the storm gonna come too. You're gonna get sunshine and you're gonna get rain. And that should be peaceful. That should be peace enough. Because you know why when you're going through war, it's gonna be peace. When you're going through peace, you know it's gonna be war. So you're ready. Always be ready. Mentally, emotionally, especially spiritually. It's a lot of spiritual warfare. You don't even know, fellas, you're part of World War III right now. We the type of dudes right here. I'm the type of guy that they don't want on the TV. I'm the type of guy they don't want to have a voice. And guess who they trying to use to shut me up? They don't try to use the government can't shut me up. They try to use other weapons. They'll try to use a woman to shut you up. There's been plenty of attempts to try to shut my operation down, but I'm still here because I know how to move. I know how to say things. I know how to think. It's a more on your mind. You want to change? You want to change your community? The first thing you need to do, because I get a lot of dudes, hey, I want to change. I want to make a difference in the community. First thing you got to do is make a difference in yourself. You got to know right from wrong. You got to be fair. You got to be a man of righteousness. And guess what? That's not easy. But guess what? You want to know what else is not easy? Being a goddamn king. Being goddamn alpha. Being a goddamn leader. That shit not easy. So if I know you want to sit on the side and be a beta male, that's fine. And the best thing you can do is live your life in a dominating way if you're gonna do it. Or the best thing you can do if you know you can't help nobody become the most alpha version of themselves, point them in my direction. You'll be doing a lot of cats a favor. Give them the podcast, man. Tell them the book of consultation. You understand? Because the way you starting off ain't gonna be the way you finish. If you start off the way you finish, you ain't grow. And if you start off less, and if you finish less than what you start off, excuse me, You doing something terribly wrong. And that's all right if you're doing it terribly wrong. But the next go round, you got to come back even harder. You got to make up for lost time. I'm tired of these cats around here talking this trash and all of that. Nah, man, we don't care nothing about that. Oh, you hate women? I love women. We love women over here in Alphacology, man. In Alphacology, we love women. I teach y'all till I'm blue in the face about how to get them. The only thing I tell you, don't fall in love with these bras. That's it. I say love them. Love a woman with your mind, not your heart. You got to understand they're a woman, and they will manipulate you every time they get, every chance they get. That's their that's what they have to do, fellas. They can't beat you up. They can't overpower you. So of course they're gonna get in your ear and complain and twist words and paint pictures and manipulate. That's what they gotta do. But you block all that shit out because you alpha. Baby girl, you're not doing what I need you to do. Well, I'm not doing what you need to do because you're not doing this for me. Well, too bad. It's time for us to go then. Straight up. And guess what? Every time I did that, guess who came back doing what I needed them to do? And I said, all right, shorty, I'm ready to listen to you. What you want me to do? Is it going to compromise my alpha energy? Is it going to compromise my manhood? Okay, oh, this is what you want me to do for it? And daddy will do that for you. You earned it. You earned it because you listened. That's how you do that shit. You don't give in. Oh, babe, nah, I end that shit now. I'm the, hey, y'all, hey, somebody better tell them about me, boy. I end that shit. Oh, you ain't treating me right? Or you ain't doing what I asked you to do? Respect over love. You have to understand that. You have to understand that as a man. You only put yourself in positions where you could be the dominant one. If you can't, move. If you're at an entry level position in a job, you need to be working to put yourself in the position to be dominant. Most of the time, you should need to be working there to figure out how they got what they got, so you could copy the playbook and do it on your goddamn own. If you ever seen me at, let's say for some odd reason I fall off, and you see me at a call center, god damn it, I'm looking through all the accounting, I'm looking through all the business partners, I'm looking through all that shit because by the time I leave that spot, I'm gonna have my own call center. I'm gonna own my own shit. That's what a real alpha does. When I'm learning to, guess what? To add value to my life. If I can't learn from you, I ain't around you. I wouldn't be out of business. If you see me working for somebody, I'm not working for anybody I can't learn from. You understand? So that's what y'all gotta understand, man. That's how you finish off strong. You should never be complacent with where you at because you want to always be dominant. Because you want to know what dominance guarantees? Your goddamn peace. And you gotta be ready to fight for your dominance. Fight mentally, fight emotionally, fight spiritually. You gotta fight for that. And it's fight or flight. Sometimes you can't win that fight. Hey, you gotta take flight. You gotta go in another space. You gotta create your own space and build yourself back up. You understand what I'm saying? Like for shout out to that boxing match with Deontay Wilder. Wilder came back. He came back strong. He did what he thought he had to do to win the next fight. He had a great um, first few rounds. He was doing what he needed to do. He got away from what he needed to do. But hey, it was just too much for him. But guess what? He finished strong. He looked better. He looked way better. He looked like a way better boxer than he was the first two times. That man made him better. That's what warriors do. They become better. All right? I ain't gonna lie. Now that boy Tyson Fury got a lot of heart and he know how to box. I would my suggestion to Deontay Wilder would have been work on your feet work and did a lot of squats. It looks like he did a lot of upper body. And that was never his problem, you know. Do a lot of squats, get my legs strong, and probably not put on 20, 30 pounds. I probably actually would have came in and fight lighter. When you fight somebody big and long, you want to be quicker than them, more in shape than them. That's how you gonna beat them. For some odd reason, he felt like he'd go toe to toe, and he did knock him down. We know he got a strong punch, but hey, that's one tough ass white boy right there. You just ain't finna just knock him out and walk away, and he gonna lay on the floor. He gonna get his ass back up and box you like he never was on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is scary. So I do want fellas to understand what I'm saying is he finished strong. He gave it all he got, and I appreciate it for him. Appreciate him for that. He gave it all he got. He just wasn't a good enough boxer. He probably can be, but what you gotta understand is when you went all your life just knocking niggas out. You 42, you got 41 knockouts, and 42, you won 42 fights, and you got 41 knockouts. You're not used to long strategic battles. You're not used to boxing like that. You're just used to knocking people out. So you can't really blame him. Like now, Tyson Fury, he's not too used to knock. He's used to boxing people. He know how to box better. He's just a more polished boxer. So if anything, the only thing Wilder could do a little different was just get in that ring more instead of train more. He was supposed to get in that ring, fight dudes as big as Tyson Fury or even bigger, or get in that ring and fight for 15 rounds instead of 12. Stuff like that to make him faster. Faster. He just needed to be quicker than what he was, in my opinion. But either way, he gave it all he got. He got better. He didn't go out like a coward. He didn't get weaker. He got better, and I respect him for it. And like I always tell people, man, you just got to go back to the drawing board until you get it right. And sometimes it ain't no goddamn shortcuts. Y'all be jumping on my podcast looking for shortcuts. Trust the damn process. It ain't no shortcuts in this process. It ain't no shortcuts. If you're supposed to eat a certain food every day and you miss that day, you cutting yourself short. I done did it. It ain't no shortcuts. It ain't no other ways around. I done did all of that. I'm here to tell you, trust the process and enjoy the journey. You're gonna like it more. You wanna know what short-term success equals? Nothing but a bunch of fucking ego. Long-term success equals confidence. That's what that shit equals. Confidence. Confidence. I know a cat right now that will not work out unless he take pre-workout because he think that's a shortcut. But me, I could go to the gym on an empty stomach and outlift everybody because I did not take a shortcut. I trained my body to do that. I trained to work out on the empty stomach. So when I do have something in my system or something in my stomach, man, I'm a beast. It's like I ain't even work out. Usually I'm tired after 1 hour, man. I took some pre-workout. I was in there for 3 hours. And wasn't tired. I'm like, man, I'm never taking this again. You know what I'm saying? But this was the same stuff my buddy was using. He was like, man, yeah, you get tired. This will get you right. I can't even take it without working out. I'm like, yo, you understand? So we all different. I'd rather do it the good old-fashioned way. No shortcuts. Battle proof. You understand? You can put me anywhere. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to go hard. I'm going to go hard for Alpha College. You can put me in with anybody. I'm going to say what I need to say. You know what I'm saying? I could be on a podcast going back and forth with chicks all day. It don't matter. I'm going to say what I need to say, and that's it. That's the reality of the situation. I speak truth. I speak reality. I speak truth to power. And that's what we do over here as alpha males. All right? As the most alpha versions of ourselves. We speak truth to power. You want this type of woman, that type of woman? Go ahead, get her. You can have her. But what's gonna happen when that woman buck up on you? You gonna say, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry," or you gonna say, "My way or the highway"? What kind of man are you? Did you build your life around that woman? If you built your life around that woman, you go. Guess what? You can't say my way or the highway. You gotta say, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry." But when you built your life to be the most alpha and the most dominant, and you built your life, you built it, and she just there. She's just an addition to it. You can say my way to the highway. It don't matter. It's a privilege for you to even be in my life. Don't you forget that. Can you even say that? Y'all boys built yourself up to even say that to a chick? Could you dare even saying that? I'm gonna tell you how beta you is. You can't even dare say that to a woman. Oh man, I wouldn't even say that to a woman. God damn it, I done said that plenty of times. You know who you on the phone with? Don't take don't take this for granted. I ain't your average man. Don't take this for granted. You'll see. I do that. I tell that to dudes. But you know, it's a lot of cats that come to me and they see the energy and they're like, man, how you do this? How you do that? And guess what? I open them with open arms. I ask men that, hey, man, how you get it like that, man? Hey, man, like one of those things I like on TikTok, when I go on TikTok, the dude, when they see a nice fancy car and they ask the person, what do you do? And you see some people drive off. Those people ain't work for that shit. But when you get a man and one dude like, what do you do? He said, man, I'm a such and such. I do this and I invented this or I created this. And you be like, that's who we need to talk to. That's it right there, fellas. That's who I'm doing it for. Cause boy, if y'all ever catch me in a Lambo and somebody run up to, hey, what you do for a living? I'm gonna say I'm the most alpha version of my goddamn self. I can't wait to say it. I was the most alpha male version of myself. Me and my boys, me and my listeners. And that's all we doing. We doing alpha shit. That's it. It's nothing but love. We trying to dominate our life. And we gonna dominate our life. We ain't gonna try, we gonna dominate life. They're gonna have to take us out. They're gonna have to really call the squad on us to get us to kill us. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't going out without a fight anyway. But that's what it is. It's cats out there. Y'all might not believe this. Once y'all start becoming the most alpha version of yourself, it's gonna be dudes out there that's gonna be jealous of you. Watch your back. Your own homies. I had plenty of my own homies was talking to my girls behind my back when all they had to do was come to me, man. Look, man, like your boy on BMF said, man, Big B said, man, we don't fall out over no hoes. Hey, you want this hoe? You got that hoe. Yeah, that's how I roll. But when the homies trying to do stuff behind your back, they don't care about that. Oh, this who you want? Go get her. Yeah, you want me to set it up? That's how I'm rolling over here. It ain't nothing. It's all about my purpose. It's all about my purpose, man. And guess what? If I got a solid chick that I don't want nobody to mess with, guess what? I ain't even gonna have to tell. I'm not even gonna have to say, hey, y'all don't mess with this one. I ain't got to, cause she gonna give off that energy. Yeah, you gonna know what it is. You gonna know not to try her. You understand? If any of your boys, and this goes to one of my consultations. If any of your homeboys, man, if any of y'all homeboys, and I'm telling y'all this from the bottom of my heart, if any of y'all homeboys try to get at y'all girl, that girl is a concubine. Cause dudes don't get at other dudes' women if they ain't on that. I'm just letting y'all know that was from one of my consultations. Oh, my girl told me that um that one of my friends tried to get at her. First of all, you shouldn't have your girl around your friends. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want no woman that's friendly with your friends or around your friends. When I got a chick, guess what happened? That chick come. When I got a chick, guess what happened? That chick, you best believe it. That chick go in that room and don't come out. You understand what I'm saying? None of my friends can say anything about my girl can't come back to me and say, hey, your friends try to holler at me, da 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 da. Because the first thing I'm gonna do is look at her crazy. Like, what kind of energy are you giving off? And guess what? You gotta charge that shit to the game. Fuck that. Charge it to the game. Yeah, y'all homeboys is too close. Y'all too close for comfort. I'm just being honest with y'all. I hate to tell y'all this. It ain't hard. It ain't easy being no alpha male, especially when you call yourself in with a girl, having a girlfriend or a wife. Nah, you're exclusive to me. You understand? So if y'all in that situation where you got a homeboy who getting at your chick and she let you know later on, she been to it. She been in and she entertained it a little bit. Now I ain't never been like that. I'm not saying flip on your homeboy, but you gotta understand them boys ain't loyal. Cause I'm the type of cat. If I feel like your girl easy, I'm gonna let you know. Like, bro, I don't know, bro. Hey, man, you gotta watch her, bro. Be easy around this one. You understand? But man, forget all that. Besides the female point, man, make sure you finish strong, baby. We gotta finish strong. When you're an alpha, you finish strong. All right, that's what you got to do. You finish strong. If you start that mile or that 3 mile run and you jogging, you need to end that 3 mile run with a fucking sprint. Finish fucking strong, no matter what. All right, man. There's been another episode of Alphacology, man. Like I always say, this is not tea, it's protein. Peace out.